Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside Jasper Place High School and the 38th annual REB Invitational Basketball Tournament from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. My name is Grayson Knudsen. I'll be your play-by-play announcer for this contest. My color guy is Connor Toffin. Today's game is the senior men's final. It's the Western Canada Redhawks out of Calgary and the Kelowna Secondary Owls. This is an ICU Video Productions Procast. Dave Foley is on camera. Alex Testowich, our switcher. Rob Zitlau, our director. We're very excited to be procasting this game from this outstanding tournament here in Edmonton, one of the biggest in the city, 38th annual REB Invitational, as they introduce first the Western Canada Redhawks. They're looking to make it a clean sweep on the senior side after winning a thrilling senior girls final not too long ago, Connor.
Yeah, that was a thriller, and this one is going to be a little bit different. These two teams are very different. The Redhawks have a lot of size. They even have a 6'5" guard starting today, a 6'5" guard in Aidan Smith, and the forwards and the wings don't get any shorter from there. The Kelowna Secondary Owls coach just told me today, shoot from deep, score threes, because, you know, 3 versus 2, the math, hopefully it goes their way. Press and play fast, make a move.
Tallest player on Kelowna's roster. They have 2 listed at 6'4". So we're pretty much ready to go here from Jasper Place High School in Edmonton. Western Canada will be in the all red with white and black trim. Meanwhile, Kelowna in the gold uniforms. A little bit of is a navy blue trim, some dark color trim as well. Neither team has ever won this tournament. On the men's side, Western Canada defeated Harry Ainley 101-74 in their first game, then defeated JW North out of Riverside, California 90-70 in the semifinals. Meanwhile, Kelowna beat Leboldus out of Regina 104-97, and then another Calgary school, Bishop O'Byrne 91-84 in the semis yesterday. As we are underway, Kelowna in possession to begin. Number 4 is Malcolm Gregor. Nice crossover, dishes it out to Jaden Lalonde. Rebound flying in there. Number 23, Jared Taylor, gets fouled on the putback attempt.
You can see how the Owls are going to play today. The 3 taken, playing fast, getting up shots quick. They're going to draw the foul. Taylor at the line.
Nice play from Taylor, too, to read where that ball was going to bounce, come flying in. Almost got the putback, but did get the foul. Made his first. Look at 2 for 2 from the line. And he does just that. Kelowna is off and running here. First chance for the Redhawks now. Dump it down low, and ball still alive.
Yeah,
everybody stood around. Akin Kunmi gets the bucket.
Everyone just stopped thinking there would be a foul, but a good job from Toby there to keep on playing.
And another bucket there. Jaden Lalonde is going to get his first points of the game. Western Canada trying to switch quickly here to offense, and it's going to be a little runner that's missed. That was Luke Major, number 9, missing that one.
It's going to be a quick pace in this one.
Yeah, they're flying to start. Trying to move quickly in transition here. Good pass down low, and it's put home by number 15, Brandon Itika.
Good job from Itika just to stay with the play. The pass developed a little late, so he was just kind of standing there, but quick enough with it to go up to get the 2.
Hand it off here to Gregor. Deep 3 from Gregor is way off the mark. Rebound by Major, trying to get it up quickly, and he finds Smith, who drops it back to Itika. Cross, here's an open look for 3 that's missed from Matthias Allison. Rebounded by Kelowna. Now they look to go on offense. Armar drops it off. AJ Gill for 3, that misses, rebounded by Itika. Got a man up ahead, good read by Taylor to steal the ball back for Kelowna.
Lots of transition early on. This game might come down to who shoots better and who plays better transition defense.
Itika force inside so far defensively for Western Canada. Another 3 here, this one not gonna go from Allison once again. We have a foul underneath this one against Kelowna.
Yeah, you'll see her Palmer is just going to take a hold of the arm of Akin Kunmi. So the foul drawn. I'm surprised actually that the Redhawks haven't just got the ball down into the low post. That seems to be what the game plan was supposed to be. I thought they'd set the tone early. We'll see if they try to go there now.
Akinkunmi for three. Little bit too strong, but a long rebound is gathered in by Major. Rebounding going to be interesting with the height difference as well. Can Kelowna be in good spots?
Gonna have to box out, potentially double up on some of their 6'7" guys.
Akinkunmi strong underneath. Misses the putback, but once again, Western Canada with a rebound this time. Allison gets it to go.
Yeah, you can see where the problem is going to be for Kelowna. They can shoot, they can press as much as they want, but nothing is going to stop the height of Western Canada.
Gregor for three up top, got it.
Well, that might stop it. You trade 3s and 2s all game long. Owls are going to end up coming on top if that can happen. They're going to shoot a lot of 3s today.
A little bit of press there from Kelowna. Now they drop off a little bit. Akinkunmi trying to fight his way inside, and he does. Just too strong, Toby Akinkunmi.
He looks good early on, able to spin towards the baseline to get around the defender. Good strong move from Akinkunmi.
There's a three taken and made by Lalonde.
This is a quick pace to open the game here. It's kind of crazy, especially coming off of that fast-paced women's game with JP in it.
What a nifty move there by Allison. Finds Smith for three. Hits both rims, rebounded by Akinkunmi. Once again, Toby Akinkunmi parked under the bucket. I'm not sure how Kelowna is going to stop him.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. You might just have to start doubling him up. If he does too much more, the 6'6" forward making his mark early.
Gill driving, tried to go with the right, didn't go, and back the other way come Western Canada. Nice move and a good finish there by Ithaca. 12-10, Western Canada in front here. Kelowna in possession. Gregor kicks it out. Fighting there is Taylor as it poked away, and it is going to stay with the Owls. 9 seconds on the clock. They're going to make a trio of substitutions. Braden White is going to come in. So is Rylan Ibbotson. And number 13, Ethan Bram. A couple subs here for Western Canada as well. They might not be able to make them quite yet, and now they are able to. Kasha Goji comes in. So does Jonah Millard, number 12.
Somewhat interesting here. Akinkunmi's subbing out early on. I wonder what that's all about. He had the hot hand. Maybe just sticking to the rotations.
AJ Gill worked over by his opposite number there, Aiden Smith, and it's going to be a travel. Good defense by Smith.
Yeah, good press there by Smith, just forcing the Owls ball handler to run out of space, had nowhere to go, taking away the passing lanes, keeping his arms up. That's how you do it. That's how you defend. That's by the book.
Allison, under some duress, gets into the front court, drops it off. Skip pass is intercepted, coming the other way. Here is White. Trio of red shirts around him, so he pulls back. Nice ball movement there. It's not going to go, though, for Bram, and a rebound is gathered in here by Ithaca.
Good play there from the Owls, just to slow the defense down. They collapsed down low. Then they made him stretch back out, and they got it straight back down low, just not able to make the shot. You'll take those all day.
Goji passed up an open three, found Ithaca. Off the rim, rebounded there by White. Trying to push the pace here is Kelowna. Quick three taken, a little bit too strong. Rebound for Allison. Playing at 100 miles an hour right now, both these teams. That's turned over. Gill races the other way. AJ Gill tried to nifty up and under, but it hit his own knee and bounced out of bounds. So this will be Red Hawk possession, and a timeout called here by Western Canada head coach Steve Wiebe.
I'm not sure if this tempo of play actually benefits the Red Hawks. They only have one guy standing under 6 feet tall. If I were them, I would look to slow down the game just like this. Akinkunmi was so good early on. I think this tempo of play absolutely benefits the Kelowna secondary Owls. Because talking to head coach Harry Parmer before the game, he just told me, we want to play fast. The faster the game is, the bigger of an advantage it is for us. And that's one way to take away the size. Make them move as much as you can. A great start here from the Owls.
Fortunately for Kelowna, they find themselves trailing 12-10 here, just past the midway point of the opening quarter of this men's final, the senior boys final. Western Canada has been going crazy here so far at the REB tournament.
there hasn't been a lot of dribbling yet. It's been all run and gun, in the hands, out of the hands, trying to find the open shooter as quickly as possible. It's like we haven't seen the shot clock even go past halfway yet.
So this will be Red Hawk ball on their own baseline. A little bit of pressure applied here by Kelowna. And it will force a turnover. Thrown away there by Aiden Smith.
Looks like the Owls were bringing a 2-1-2 press. It's a tough one to beat. You really have no option but to try and get it to the outside along half court.
Gill passes it to Bram. Back to Gill, running the point here for the Owls. Bram has it now. Finds Ibbotson. Gill for three. A little bit too strong, and rebound gathered in by Smith. Races the other way, Aidan Smith. Oh, how nice was that?
Yeah, I don't know how you defend that. Behind the back, the soft touch on the layup. What a shot by Smith.
Gill kicks it back. Lalonde thought about a three of it. Bounce off his foot, and Smith heads the other way once again. A nifty little move, and Aidan Smith has back-to-back layups.
Looks like we might need to watch out for Aiden Smith. I mentioned him before. That's the 6'5" guard, so he'll get his hands into the passing lanes. Wow.
What a rejection there by Ithaca, stuffing Lalonde, and Western Canada will slow things up now. Screen set for Smith. He finds Dojan. Or sorry, that's number 7, Dundee Wang for Western Canada. That shot missed from Smith from deep. He gets knocked over by Gill, who takes a three, rebounded by Millard.
Not a lot of time to think here. Just back and forth. Tough work for our cameraman Dave Foley. Left, right, left, right. Both teams been looking for threes all game.
Smith skip pass. Ithaca for three. Got it! Nothing but net.
Good look there for Ithaca. Watch out though, if the Owls start making more of their threes, it's going to be danger for the Red Hawks.
Gill driving, pulls up, shot there from Ibbotson is missed. Rebound battle, and coming away with it is Ugoji.
It's clear the Red Hawks can stretch out their defense all game long today. No need to worry about anything developing down low for the Owls yet.
Ithaca trying for back-to-back triples, didn't get that one. Rebound is grabbed here by Wang. He throws it down low, and even that was too tall for the 6'4" Ugoji. And a timeout is going to be taken here by Kelowna. Or sorry, it's just substitutions, and there's quite a few of them as Kelowna looks to get some fresh legs into the game. 9-point Red Hawk lead here with 2:40 to go in the opening quarter.
Akin Kunmi's back in the game as well. Look for them to get him the ball down low, see what he can do.
Parmar hands it off here for Gregor. Doubled. Parmar takes a three. Not a bad looking shot, a little bit short there, and going up and coming down hard was Braden White. Taken down there by Akin Kunmi. Another look.
Good defensive rotation there from Kai Dalen. He had to leave the shooter in the corner open, but once the shooter along the wing committed a good job just to get over there and contest to make sure that shot wasn't absolutely wide open. Red Hawks have done a great job contesting everything that the Owls have been putting up so far.
Gregor, quick trigger corner three. Not going to go, and a push-off going to be called here against White as he grabs the offensive rebound, but only did so because he pushed off his defender.
That's what height can do to you. He can draw those type of fouls, because when someone can just reach over you and take it, you got to push them. You got to play physical, get them out of the way.
Wang advancing the ball into the front court. Over to Ugoji. To Wang. Up top, nobody really moving here for Western Canada. Goji down low for Dalen. Spinning. Kai Dalen flips it up, gets his own rebound. That was partially blocked once more for Dalen. Not going to go. Akunmi comes in. Akin Kunmi cleans it up. So an 11-point lead here for Western Canada. Owls can't let this get too far out of reach early on. Royston tried to drive. Now it's with Taylor for three. Before the shot, it's a foul against Kelowna.
It was 12-10 at one point. Redhawks at least on a 9-point run right now. They have taken control, and if you've noticed, the pace of the game has slowed down a little bit, not as much transition opportunities, so good job by the Redhawks and head coach Steve Wiebe just to slow things down.
Akinkunmi comes out once again. He might have got called for that foul, and that might be 2 against him. Liam Clark, number 23, in for the Redhawks. Kelowna inbounds the ball to Taylor. That one's stolen away here by Major. Good defense there by Malcolm Gregor. Try to win that ball back, at least slow up the offense for Western Canada. Wang for 3. A little bit too strong. Gregor has the board.
Not sure how Major was able to stay in bounds and then get the pass out from the seat of his pants. Miracle just that the Redhawks got a shot off.
Gregor got a screen there and then gave it off to Parmar, and now it's up top with Taylor. A couple of crossovers, trying to get his man off his feet. Step back 3. Not going to go.
Well, you can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to shoot 3s. It's hard to remember them even taking 2s. I think his foot was actually on the line, so technically it would have been a 2, but.
Nice read there by Royston to steal that ball. Liam Royston drops it off for White into the corner. Spacing not great for Kelowna here. We're down to 36.5 seconds left.
Doesn't look like the Redhawks are going to bring any front court pressure, presses, or traps. They're just going to look to set their defense, play man-to-man, and when the screen comes, I would imagine they're going to be switching on defense quite often just to make sure that Kelowna can't get any quick looks from 3.
Diwan coming up in the front court. Swings it across to Ugoji. Back to Wang. Once more to Ugoji, who takes a 3. Not going to go. Rebounded by the Owls, and they'll look to push Parmar ahead to Taylor. Up top, Gregor for a triple. Air ball from Malcolm Gregor. Kelowna just not making shots right now, and that's why the Redhawks have an 11-point lead, and they will get the final possession here in all likelihood. Ugoji, corner 3 blocked, and that ball is going to, I think it should be with the Redhawks in the corner.
I believe the Owls touched it while they were out of bounds there, so they're going to put 2 seconds onto the clock here, so Redhawks with just enough time to dribble and shoot. No more than 1 dribble, though.
Kai Dalen throws it in. Ugoji, tough 3 off the side of the backboard. And after the first quarter, Western Canada leads Kelowna Secondary 21-10. It's really been a story of the Owls starting real strong, but then after that, going ice cold from the field, Connor.
Yeah, you know the boxing saying, Grayson, everybody has a game plan until they get punched in the face. Well, the Owls just got punched in the face because it was 12-10 at one point. They were keeping it close. They were making 3s, and now they are just not making anything. I think if you're the Owls right now, you've stretched out the defense so much. They're just manning up on the outside, closing in, like playing really tight defense on the shooters. I would start slashing a little bit down low if I were them. Make sure that defense sags a little bit and make sure that defense has to think about the 2, because right now they don't even have to think about the 2. Grayson, it's all 3s and 3s, and that's good, and analytically it's good. That's why the Rockets take so many, but when you're not hitting them, sometimes you just got to put it on the floor and go to the rim.
Yeah, when the shot's not working from outside, you got to figure out a different way to score, and well, the best alternative is getting right to the bucket, maybe even draw some fouls, get some points from the free throw line. A lot of good shooters just need to see the ball go in, doesn't matter how, even if it is a couple of free throws, usually gives them confidence, even when taking a longer range shot.
Yeah, and with all that being said, if you're the Owls, you can't lose confidence in your shot, though. You have to keep taking them. If you're a shooting team, you're a shooting team. So I'm not saying necessarily drive every single play, do it a couple times, sag the defense, you might find yourself more open. But don't lose that confidence from 3. You're going to need to hit them against this team.
Shooting teams are going to go cold, and shooting teams are going to be hot. Sometimes it's just, you have to live with it if that's the makeup and the dynamic of your squad. Second quarter ready to get underway with the Redhawks in possession. Grayson Knudsen, Connor Toffin here with you. ICU Video Productions Procast of the 38th Annual REB Invitational. This is the Senior Boys Final. Open look here for Aiden Smith for 3, and he got it.
Wow, good look there from Aidan Smith. He dishes the pass, he gets it right back, easy look.
Parmar trying to drive, drops it off for Ibbotson, and he missed everything. Luckily, his teammate was able to grab the ball. No reset here, so 10 on the clock. Nifty behind the back move, and one, Jaden Lalonde.
There you go, so Lalonde slashing. He'll have a chance to pick up the and one the old school way, as you see the contact made on the upper body by the Red Hawks defender. A good play there from Lalonde, and a beautiful behind the back dribble. We've seen so much good dribbling today from either team.
Lalonde does convert the and one. Red Hawks will hand the ball off here to Luke Major, now to Aidan Smith. Mid-range jumper there, taken and made by Brandon Itika.
Surprised Itika even took that. I thought he was going to drive, but can't question the decision if they make it.
Smith breaks up this pass and gets an easy bucket at the other end. He did that a couple times in the first quarter as well.
Smith, 6'5", big wingspan. He's going to get into so many passing lanes along the perimeter. That probably won't be the last time we see that today.
Parmar into the lane, tried to flip it up with a right hand, just didn't have enough juice on it. Back come the Red Hawks. Smith, skip pass. Major has a look for three, rims out. Rebounded and missed again, but another rebound. This one is going to be missed by Clark. Clark is finally going to put it in. Took him 4 tries, but he got it to go.
You know, second chance points, that was about 6th chance points, and it all started with the Owls really giving up on the second rebound. They thought it was going in, so he's just able to pick up the garbage and score.
30-13. Western Canada in front. Another turnover by Kelowna. Smith up top. Little alley-oop action there. Put home by Itika.
Looks like the early decade Clippers. Lob City down low there.
Foul called here as Lalonde was trying to get loose. I believe it's going to be a Smith. Should be 2 fouls against him, so Smith is going to have to come out. And Dundee Wang, the other point guard for the Red Hawks, will make his way back in. There's still a lot of basketball left to be played, but Kelowna can't let this get out of hand early. 19-point lead for Western Canada. This is Malcolm Gregor. Little up fake and then throws it away. The Owls just out of sync at the moment.
Yeah, it's been tough. Jared Taylor cut to the rim there. Teammate just not expecting him to cut, expecting him to stay outside, and that's what can happen in a bad game is the Owls try to get it together as they call a timeout. But as I was saying, that's what can happen when you get frustrated. Those miscommunications are just elevated so much. The pressure is more. They're already down 19. I'm not saying they have to play a perfect game the rest of the way, but it's getting to that point now. You got to start being a little desperate.
Now, they didn't do themselves any favors with this slow start. It's going to be a long slog back for Kelowna, but what we've seen from some of the other games, some of the scores they've been able to put up, they certainly have the shooting to keep themselves afloat.
Yeah, at one point it was 12-10, right? And then since then it's been a 20-3 run for the Red Hawks. It's been a very tough stretch for the Owls, but in the end, that's all it is. It's a stretch. It's not the whole game. We still have 28 minutes to be played here in this one. So right now, as good as the Red Hawks are, if the Owls can start making some of their threes and switch a little better on defense, I think they're going to have to double up a little bit down low and force the Red Hawks to shoot. And it's not like the Red Hawks are a bad shooting team, but I just think at this point, you'd rather hope they go cold from 3 rather than getting easy looks down low.
Kelowna scored 104 points in their opener and 91 in the semifinals, so they can certainly put up some big numbers. Major cuts into the lane, little free throw line jumper. It's going to be an offensive foul here called against Western Canada.
You could see Kelowna doubling the ball handler quite often on that possession, rotating, and looks like they were playing a 3-2 zone.
Pardon me, not a foul, it was 3 in the key.
No foul trouble for either team. If one is in one, the Red Hawks are already at 2.
There's nice ball movement there, just missed by Gregor. He tried to dance along the end line, couldn't do it, so turnover here, and Western Canada gets the ball.
Gregor just running out of space. A good job to get the open floater. That's such a tough shot to make. Just not quite able to pull down the offensive rebound.
Especially going away from the backboard too. Rebounded by Kelowna. Maybe they can push the pace here in transition. Western Canada, though, doing a good job to get back. Lalonde trying to fight his way into the lane. He does. Floater off the glass. Not going to go. Rebounded by Western Canada.
Good job from Matthias Allison and Johnny Brown to double up the ball handler and just slow things down in the transition there from the Owls.
They got thought about the three. Now driving, pulls back above the arc. Gives it to Wang. Let's get pass all the way across. There's a three taken and missed. Rebounded inside, and getting fouled is Jonah Millard. He'll go to the line for two.
Good pump fake. You'll see why the foul happened as Millard gets the defender to jump, and in the end Lalonde just up high above Lalonde, or Millard rather, is they're able to draw the foul. Good pump fake.
Millard makes the first. Makes it a 20-point game. Missed the second, and Kelowna is able to gather the rebound, and they'll head the other way. Malcolm Gregor. Here's Bram into the corner. Again, two Owls just kind of right on top of each other there. Getting fouled was Braden White, so they do manage to come away with something positive.
Yeah, you'll see just poor spacing there from Gregor and White.
It's Johnny Brown who came from behind and bumped White.
This is one way the Owls are going to be able to come back in this game. I mean, they're not running out of time, but at the same time, there's only 26 minutes left and you're down 19. If they can start hitting some threes, that deficit can be made up super quickly. But you got to imagine you're going to have to claw your way back into this one slowly, and now they're down 18. Free throw, such a good way to score with the clock stopped.
Redhawks moving the ball around. Brown for three, and he got it from the corner.
Brown was having none of it. The Redhawks have been good from three today.
To answer at the other end, missed by number 5, White. Redhawks get a rebound and want to try to trap them in the backcourt, but Gregor commits a foul.
That was actually a good foul there from Gregor, because it looked like the Redhawks were looking to move it up court, and they had a 2-on-1 down low, and it would have been tough for the Owls to defend there pretty much in transition. So even though it's a foul and it stops the play, it's a good foul because it allows them to set their defense.
Wang thought about the three. Now moving the ball around is Western Canada, dumping it down low. There's some good movement. Brown from the other corner rims out. Rebound grabbed by the Owls. Pushing the pace here is Parmar. Tay Parmar was all tied up. This is a jump ball, and which way is the possession arrow going? It is going to stay with Kelowna.
You'll see on the defensive end of things, it looks like the Owls are doubling down low, forcing the Redhawks to shoot and almost hoping for a miss. They're going to have to bring those closeouts a little quicker because the Redhawks have been able to get some open looks, but I think overall that's a good game plan here from the Owls.
Quick inbounds play, just missed there from Gill. Sooner or later, the ball's going to have to go in for Kelowna. You'd think they've had some unfortunate rim outs so far.
It's like there's a, just the lid on the basket.
Lid on the basket right now. Jonah Millard, too big inside. Gets another bucket. Gill has it up top. Trying to drive. He gets fouled. This will be 2 shots. 38-15 is the score here. Another look at that.
Good drive from Gilly. Owls are playing 5 out. So what 5 out can do is you'd think, hey, there's 5 players along the 3-point line on the perimeter. That means they're trying to shoot a 3, but that's not necessarily what it means. You can play 5 out, set a couple high screens, and that means that down low under the basket will be completely open. You can get the inside on your defender and find some open space down low. I believe they actually called a free throw lane violation there for Gilly, because he retook his first free throw.
which is fine for him because he missed it and then made the other two. So Gill able to get them both, and now we'll get a sub. They let them sub out the free throw shooter, Gill. Coming in is number 15, Rylan Ibbotson. He's hounding Wang right now. Nice step back here from Major. Missed everything. Rebound by Brown, and a foul is going to be called here against Braden White. Looked like he got a lot of the ball, but referee blows his whistle.
Yeah, we'll see here. White didn't like it. That is a tough call. That is a tough call, and it doesn't help when you're the team that's down 21 either to not be able to get that whistle, but in the end, maybe the basketball gods.
Just confirming who the foul was on there, and it was indeed on Braden White, number 5, the 6'4" wing player in his grade 12 year. Johnny Brown splits from the line. 39-17, Western Canada in front here. Parmar trying to drive, try to get it to the corner. Western Canada not giving Kelowna anything. Good defense so far from the Redhawks. Into the corner. There's a look for White for 3. Not going to go. Rebounded by Millard.
Even though they haven't been scoring, you can say at least for the Owls, at least the defense looks like it's starting to collapse. They should be able to get more open looks from 3.
Down low, and just Ugoji couldn't get it to go, and it's poked free by the Owls. They'll head the other way. Deep 3.
Wow.
Oh, he got it. Malcolm Greger. That's way beyond NBA distance.
I cannot believe he took that shot, but what an amazing make from Greger. That's one of those highlight plays that can change momentum around for your team.
Now trying to force a turnover, and just a little bit too overzealous there was Tate Parmar going to get called for a foul. Multitude of changes being made by both teams here as Redhawks will inbound the ball with 17 on the clock. This is Cash Ugoji with the ball into Luke Major. It's got Allison open up top. Back to Major. Skip pass across here. Nice ball movement. Quick one-touch pass missed. Major flying in with the putback.
Gonna have to box out if you're the Owls. Offensive rebounding has been a strength so far for the Redhawks. It's been a tough goal in the second quarter.
Taylor with a 3, and he got it. That's back-to-back triples now for the Owls, and maybe they're thinking they can shoot themselves back in this game. Got work to do, though, down 18 with just over 3 left in the first half, and Taylor came up with a steal, and then the ball somehow winds up back with the Redhawks.
Redhawks had numbers. They'll just choose to slow it down. Not a bad move, up 18.
There's a tie-up, and Owls come away with it. They let them play through that one, and Ibbotson was able to win the ball. Deep 3 again for Taylor. A little bit short this time.
You're going to get a whistle. It's going to stay Redhawks ball. Not actually sure what that whistle was all about. They just whistled it and said red ball, so I guess for the Redhawks at least, hey, you didn't foul.
Slows things down, yeah. Both teams on 4 fouls here in the final 3 minutes. So shots coming up.
I think it was just an errant whistle. There was no foul. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but we'll keep going.
Major under some duress. He gives it off, and that one was short from Allison. Owls come away with it here. Malcolm Greger trying to dump it down low, and Bram not quite ready for that one.
The Redhawks, if they can close out these last 2.5 minutes, they have a chance to close out this game. If they can go on a little bit of a run, because right now the Owls, they've been down 20. You could almost call it a blowout, but they've been sticking around. It's been a good enough job after the Redhawks run just to stick around.
And that one a little bit too strong for Sohail Somanani to handle. Conversely, though, if Kelowna could go on a bit of a run here to close out the second quarter and get this, well, let's say within a dozen or 10 points or so, that would make things interesting for the second half.
Yeah, and it's really not hard to analyze what's going on for Kelowna. The shots just aren't going in. They're a shooting team. They've put up some high scores in the past. They are not out of this thing by any means. The Redhawks, though, they are so good, especially down low. They have so much length on their team. I think one of the reasons the Owls are looking to get quick looks is because of the length of the Redhawks. The less passes you have to make, the less chance of one getting deflected and stolen away. That's going to be an issue all game, though. Luke Major coming up with that putback.
Yeah, Kelowna's going to have to sort out rebounding on the defensive end. Obviously giving up some inches to a taller Redhawks team, but that just means you're going to have to be smarter in the way you box out and put bodies on guys.
Surprising, this is actually the Redhawks' first visit to the REB final ever. Looking to capitalize on their chance.
Lalonde zings it over to White, who tries to get in the lane. Back to Lalonde. Short little jumper will go.
Great look there. Lalonde found a little bit of space with some good off-ball movement and a good find from his teammate.
Double comes from Kelowna, and they will force a travel call here. So good pressure defense from the Owls.
Under 2 minutes to play here in the second quarter. If the Owls can see a couple threes go down, maybe go to the line once or twice, they could bring this to a single-digit game easily.
Lalonde looking for options. Finds White, now back to Lalonde. Open for three, here is Ibbotson, and it goes from the corner.
A good look, Ibbotson was open for about 5 seconds there. No Redhawk was able to pick him up. A good find for Kelowna.
The lead down to 13, press defense from the Owls. And it forces another turnover.
This is a great close to the second half right now for the Owls.
Parmar hands it off. Another deep three for Gregor. A little bit short that time. So Manani maybe go coast to coast. Didn't get it to go, rebounded by the Owls.
Good rebound there from White, just getting there before the defender. Or the offender, rather.
Ibbotson in and out, rimmed around, battling for his own rebound there, and coming away with it here is Itika. Kelowna sticking with some aggressive defense. Itika for three. Big bucket for the Redhawks. Back up to 16 points.
That's the risk you take when you play zone defense. Wow.
Malcolm Gregor not afraid to pull the trigger. Nails that one.
Wow, the Redhawks just going to slow things down as they try to take away the shot clock here. Slow inbound.
Itika gets in and one.
That was really sneaky there from the Redhawks. They looked like they were keeping the ball on the baseline and that they were going to hold for last shot. Instead, Itika down low with the good drive picks up the old school three-pointer if he can make the free throw. Kind of caught the Owls defense off guard. Can't really blame them.
And he will make it. 47-31. Owls can take the last shot if they want. Well, they do have a quick trigger. White will shoot for three. Not going to go. Ball still available. Trying to save it in there was the Redhawks. Now another three from the corner. That one just too strong at the end of the clock. And we are at the end of the first half. 47-31. Redhawks will take the lead into recess here. Connor, what do you make of the first 20 minutes of action in the men's final?
I've said it so much, but really there's nothing else to say. There's a lid on the basket right now for the Owls. If you're the Redhawks going into the dressing room right now, you cannot take the Owls lightly. You need to make sure you're going to stay contesting on threes. They did a good enough job just to be down 16. They can get back in this game quickly. Look for the Redhawks, look to get the ball down low more in the second half.
We saw how quickly the game went from 21 points to 12 points. It is 16-point Western Canada lead at the half. Stick around. You're watching an ICU Video Productions Procast. We'll be back in about 9.5 minutes for the second half. Ladies and gentlemen, your Rebel Thunder Welcome inside Jasper Place High School, getting you ready for second half action of the men's final between Western Canada and Kelowna Secondary. Outstanding performance at the half there by the Rebel Thunder drumline here from JP High School as we look at some highlights from that opening half. Dominated by the Redhawks, 47-31 the score.
Yeah, and it's been such a great atmosphere in here. So many parents, you can tell, came from Calgary and came from Kelowna to watch this game, and both teams have been putting on a display so far. The Owls just haven't been able to find the bottom of the basket, but by no means are they out of this game. And I guess that's the advantage of being a three-point shooting team, is you're never truly out of a game, versus if you're a slower team that needs to get it down to the post and take 20 seconds every possession to score 2 points, versus the Owls where they'll take 4 or 5 seconds on a shot clock. Kind of looks like that Phoenix Suns offense from a while ago, 7 seconds or less, and then a mix of that and the Rockets. They're just jacking up threes right now, so they're still in this thing. They just need to get some looks. I think this break is actually going to benefit them, Grayson, because I wouldn't be surprised if their arms are a little tired right now, just going up and up. They got a little bit of a rest now, coming out with a little bit of energy, hopefully, in the second half. It could be a big one.
Talk about the height for Western Canada, and it definitely looks like they can dominate in the low post, but we saw them stretch things out too. It looks like Western Canada can play pretty much any way their opponent wants them to.
Yeah, the Redhawks offense has been very nearly flawless so far. They're 47 points already, nearly on track for 100 this game. I was surprised. I think they're a little bit of a deceptive offense because they have so much height. Their coach, Steve Wiebe, told me before the game, we're just going to get the ball down low, but they've been doing that, but such a balanced team, 3-level scoring. They're even scoring from the mid-range. So right now the Owls defense, they're doubling up the ball handler, trying to force some turnovers, playing a 2-3 zone it looked like. But Western Canada so far has been making their shots. That's really the difference so far.
So a couple highlights there. Number 15 for Western Canada, Brendan Itika, with a really good first half, able to get to the basket, able to hit from outside of mid-range as well.
Seen a lot of Itika early on. We've seen a little bit of Akinkunmi. He ended up subbing out and was kind of quiet after that. We've also seen a lot of Aidan Smith, so those are some players to look for here in the second half.
We are underway. Akinkunmi, a little bit of foul trouble there in the first half. Didn't help his cause at all. Western Canada in possession to start things off. Major tried to dump it down low, but we have a moving screen called, and if this is against Akinkunmi, which I think it might be,
he is in
He's
a lot
in
of
trouble.
trouble.
He's out 3, I believe, already for sure. And you only get 5, so it is against Akinkunmi. Quick trigger 3 from Gregor. We know he likes to throw him up. Didn't get that one from the corner.
It's not like they're missing these by a lot. They're hitting the inside of a rim a bunch. It's got to be frustrating.
Major in the corner, all the way across, and just mishandling that one, but saving it a couple of times was Western Canada, but it will wind up with Gill, who, good defense there. Number 6, Matthias Allison.
Sometimes it's better just to take the turnover, because there they put themselves in a dangerous position as the Redhawks barely missing the mid-ranger. Sometimes it's better to take the turnover. Great transition defense.
There's Gregor. Again, that quick trigger this time, not going to go. Itika all the way to the basket. That was a nifty move.
That was quick, too. Itika's such a big man, but obviously not slow at all. It's something I've noticed from the Redhawks so far.
Gill trying to wrap around pass there to Braden White. Not going to go. It's a turnover, and the Redhawks in possession once again.
I've never seen a team as big as the Redhawks in high school or college move as quick as the Redhawks. It's absolutely sensational what their 6'4" to 6'7" guys can do, how quick they can move, how they can dribble, and it's really a sight to behold. This is going to be a tough team to take down, especially later on in the year.
Allison trying to get all the way to the bucket. He gets fouled. Matthias Allison will go to the line for 2.
You can see here Allison with the drive. It actually looked to be good defense there, but the whistle blown anyways. So it doesn't matter now. We're going to see Allison at the line for 2.
Western Canada trying to become the first Alberta-based team to win the REB Invitational since 2003. Harry Ainley, the last Alberta-based team to win this tournament. It's been a lot of the Ontario and American teams, whether they're coming from California or New York State. That one's picked off there by Aidan Smith, and he's going to get all the way to the bucket. Things opening up here for Western Canada.
Pretty simple look there from Smith. He just rises up and above everybody and finds himself staring down the rim.
Major tried to steal that one. I think he's going to get called for a foul here. It's a bit of a break for the Owls here. Lalonde inbounding it to Tay Parmar, back to Lalonde. Gregor, deep 3, not gonna go. Major in the corner, down low. Akinkunmi muscles his way to the basket, doesn't go, and it's rebounded by Ibbotson. Gregor, Ibbotson in the corner, up against his opposite number, slings it around. Driving here's Parmar, outside Ibbotson, up fake. He gets inside, loses the handle, and it's going to be a turnover here as Aiden Smith steals the ball.
Maybe a little bit too much unselfish basketball from the Owls. They had a couple open shots, end up not even getting up a shot.
And that one from Allison is missed. Trying to go coast to coast here is Lalonde, taking the offensive foul nicely there is Western Canada. It's number 11, Aiden Smith getting in the way.
You could see Smith had the feet set right along that restricted area. It was close, but a good hustle play. Not often you see guys taking screens up 20, or taking charges rather.
That one's, well, I thought it was taken by Gill, but Akinkunmi just ripped it away from him. Then he lost it. Gill had it poked away, and Akinkunmi has it. Akinkunmi throws it down with one hand. Wow. Trying to bring back a quick 3 there was Taylor, but he missed.
Not much else to say there from that Akinkunmi dunk. Just went up and not much finesse, straight power. That backboard was like tilting. Like I thought it was going to be a Shaq moment almost. That thing looked like it was coming down.
I think there's a little bit of frustration there from Akinkunmi too, not getting a lot of minutes so far, being in foul trouble. Able to take some of that out on that poor rim. It didn't do anything to him, but he heard it. Gregor, Taylor, good look for 3 here. Not going to go, but he gets his own rebound. Little mid-range jumper there is too strong from Bram. Taylor almost able to play good defense and get back, but just stumbling the feet there. Called for a foul.
I can't imagine how the Owls are feeling right now. I feel frustrated for them, just nothing bouncing their way. They get the hand in there, they get the steal, and the whistle goes against them. It's been a tough game. You got to stick with it, though.
3 taken there and missed by Ben Blake. Akinkunmi comes up with the rebound. Smith. Blake dumping it down low. Good step in front there. Winning the ball back is Bram for the Owls. Gill for 3. That's just not going for Kelowna. The shots aren't bad. The feet are set. They're not leaning. It's just not going in right now.
I think there can be a little bit of pressure when you're down in double digits to make shots, and I think in the end, especially once you've missed a bunch, you try to adjust, and sometimes you just end up over adjusting, so you go on bad streaks.
Akinkunmi straight away, 3 is money. Opening up a 27-point lead. Gill. Oh, and a block by Akinkunmi. Straight swat, and then Smith all the way to the other end. Defense to offense.
Akinkunmi, that is what we call vertical spacing when a guy can get up like that.
And there's a 3 made by Ethan Bram. That's a shame Akinkunmi got so much foul trouble. He's been entertaining here in quarter number 3. Nice one-touch pass down low, and a foul is going to be called as Itika went up.
Yeah, you'll see here Itika. It's another tough whistle. There must have been some contact on the elbow there. It just kind of limited the progress of Itika's jump, so I think that would ended up being a good call by the ref.
4 fouls now on the Owls, so they're going to be in trouble here for the last half of the third quarter, as Itika goes 2 for 2 from the line. Kelowna with some work to do here. They're just not on the same page. There's not much really else to say.
No, not much at all. And the Red Hawks have everything going for them. You got to give them credit. They put themselves in this position. They're the team that's up 28 points right now. And as of now, unless barring something dramatic, somewhat of a miracle, we're going to see a Western Canada Red Hawks sweep.
Oh, how good was that from Akinkunmi? Bouncing like a rabbit inside.
It was very good. It was very good. I wouldn't want to be defending him right now.
Gregor, a little short there. He had to readjust his shots and threw off the rhythm of that three-pointer. It's a 30-point lead here for the kids from Calgary. Stolen by Gill. Bounce pass to Gregor, and that is going to be an easy bucket for number 4 in gold.
Good bucket there from Gregor. Even if you're the Owls, you might have lost this game by now, but it's important. Teams will always meet later on in provincials, so important just to show them a message that you can stay with them.
Good battle there from Lalonde. He gets hacked as well, so foul against Western Canada.
Good call there. Kai Dalen reaching in with his left arm across the body of the ball handler. The third foul only for the Red Hawks, so not in too much foul trouble. 2 more, and the Owls will be able to go to the line.
Jaden Lalonde, 12th grader, will inbound the ball. AJ Gill. White, deep 3 from Gregor. A little bit short. Clearly he has the green light. Pass up ahead. Smith, nifty up and under, high off the glass.
The Red Hawks are making our highlight reel really easy right now.
Gregor just turns the ball over there. Pass ahead from Wang, looking for Dalen. Saves it in, but it's going to be a turnover. Gill kicks it out. Gregor for 3. That goes from the corner.
Going to need a lot more of those. If you're wondering why they passed up the 2 for the 3, you're not going to make a comeback on 2s right now. So
Wang across the court. Smith will take a 3. That goes, nothing but net for Aiden Smith.
The Red Hawks have got to be shooting over 50% from 3 right now. They have just been so good from down there. Like I said earlier, there's an and one.
Nice from Lalonde. Took the contact and got it with the soft touch. Fortunately for the Owls, it seems every time they come down and make a 3 and you think, oh, maybe now they'll start a bit of a run, Red Hawks always have an answer, don't they?
No, sometimes a big answer, too. Sometimes some highlight plays, and it's kind of funny how the Red Hawks, I don't think they're doing it on purpose, but it seems like they're not responding to 3s with 2s, you know? It's like whenever the Owls are hitting a three, whenever they're able to find the bottom of the basket, the Redhawks are just saying, yeah, we can do that too.
Good play from Lalonde to dance along the end line there and just can't get the bucket to go. Dalen pulls up. Drop it off for Smith now. Wang. Back to Smith. Another three. That one is way off, but a rebound is grabbed and put home by Ben Blake.
Haven't seen too much of Ben Blake today. Some of the role players getting some minutes now for the Redhawks. They got a pretty deep lineup.
Lalonde, that basket's not going to count, but again, the shifty player for Kelowna able to draw a foul. So both teams now on 4 fouls.
There's been some wholesale substitutions, and the PA man here in the arena just gave up and said, whole bunch of substitutions, so you know what, I'm going to do the same.
71-42 Western Canada. Lalonde gets inside and one once again. Jaden Lalonde.
See Lalonde here just able to find the slimmest of holes in the defense. Forces Ben Blake to come down and test the shot, but he was behind him, well out of position. Didn't quite foul hard enough.
Really like Jaden Lalonde for Kelowna. Able to generate offense by himself, it seems. Able to get into the lane. We've seen him hit from outside as well. This foul is going to be called against Logan Cam. He's into the game, number 12 for Kelowna.
We'll see what Kelowna tries to do here, but if they're going to double up and try and get some steals, this could be a very slow finish to this game if they can be in foul trouble, because if that happens, the Redhawks are going to have a chance to score with the clock stopped. Not that they need to.
Cashew Goji at the line for Western Canada. A little bit too strong on his first attempt. Cashew Goji playing some decent minutes for Western Canada, only a grade 11, so it's good to get production from some of your younger players as well, not just to rely on grade 12s.
Yeah, it's always good. It means you got a good future, right?
Exactly. Malcolm Gregor makes his way up. Jared Taylor back on the floor for the Owls. Kicks it out. There's a three for Ibbotson, a little bit too strong from the corner.
Not only is everything going the Redhawks' way, but they're also getting every single defensive rebound right now. So Owls haven't been able to come up with any second chance points yet.
Corner three is good for Johnny Brown. 30-point lead restored for the team from Calgary. Taylor, guarded by his opposite number. There's Malcolm Gregor. Parmar, Taylor for three. Not gonna go. Hit both rims, front and back on the way out.
Everything looks good out of the hands right now. They look like good shots. If that basket was just 1 inch wider, I think we would be having like a 75-75 game right now.
And that scoop shot just straight up missed from Allison, so it's a turnover. Couple subs here for Kelowna as they take the ball with under 90 seconds to go in quarter number 3. That pass hit somebody's head. It hit Dalen's head because Kelowna was able to go over the half-court line once again. Down low, I'm not sure that was a pass, but it did wind up finding Taylor for an easy bucket.
Right place, right time there for Taylor, a good look. Able to score the two. Like I said, you might be out of this game, but you still want to send a message that you can stick with the Redhawks.
Taylor on the rebound now. He was trapped, gets fouled, so he'll go to the free throw line. Jared Taylor will shoot two here with exactly 1 minute left in quarter number 3.
Another thing I think that can happen in a game like this is your third game of the weekend. Like, it can be really tough when you're playing consecutive days as a shooting team. I guess I'm just trying to say it's tough to have 3 good days straight when they're not really split up. Eventually you're going to go cold. Unfortunately, it's coming in the finals. But that's not to take away anything from the Red Hawks. They've played so well today. They've been pretty much perfect.
These two teams also got good draws as well. This is a 12-team tournament, so 4 teams get a bye into the quarterfinal round. Don't have to play twice on Thursday. So they got to play just in the evening. Late shot clock 3 is going to be blocked. That's a turnover.
Good defensive possession there from the Owls, forcing the shot clock violation. Good rotations, good contest in the end. Not often you see any 3s blocked.
Gill trying to break down Ugoji. Dishes it off. Long 2 is taken and made by Ethan Bram.
Good look there from Brown. We've seen the Owls stepping back into 3-point range so much today. It can throw you a little bit off balance. Good job from Brown there just to pull up when he had the space.
Almost poked away by Taylor. Stays with the Red Hawks. Shot clock off. 16.2 left in the quarter. Officials just having a discussion here. I think it's more a clock situation. Looks like we're good to go now.
Oh boy.
And we might have some frustration starting to boil over here for Kelowna. Gregor was tied up there with number 8, Johnny Brown. And Brown will go to the line for 2.
You can see the Red Hawks bench really giving it to the Owls right now. It looks like they're going to call an unsportsmanlike foul on the Owls. I would honestly say somewhat lucky for the Red Hawks with the stare down after that. They also didn't get called on the technical. But in the end, I think the refs were looking at it like, hey, it's a frustrated guy. Fouled him pretty hard, somewhat needlessly. So they'll just give the unsportsmanlike to Kelowna.
And Brown will make the tech.
And for the Red Hawks, this might be something you're going to have to deal with. A frustrated team, the last thing you want to do is have anyone penalized or suspended going back into league play back home in Calgary. So for them, it's just going to be a matter of keeping their cool in this one.
Both free throws made, and the Red Hawks have possession as well. Ugoji gets that one into Allison. Bothered by Gill, poked it away. Allison trying to drive, kicks it out. Brown for 3 from the corner, a little bit short. And time is going to expire. We're going to put maybe a second back on the clock here and just have Kelowna take it in. Or is it still with, oh, it's pointing towards Kelowna, so.
That was that strength, finesse move I was talking about, and that was where we started to see how much speed that this big team played with.
Half a second was what they put back on the clock there, and the shot is way off the mark, and it is a 77-49 lead for Western Canada over Kelowna Secondary here as we head to the 4th quarter.
Good game from the Red Hawks. I would be surprised if too many of their starters went in. Maybe in the very late minutes of this game, you sub in some of your 12th graders. I know that oftentimes in various sports I was playing, you would sub in your veterans near the end, that just so they can be on the court when that championship is won, and hopefully the game doesn't get too chippy and they can do that.
Meanwhile, what if you're Kelowna here? They didn't take very long in the huddle. Basically, the 5 players who are on the court are just back on the court now, just talking to each other. Well, they were told to go off by the referee, but it seems they don't want to stay in a huddle too long. What do you think is going through their minds?
I think just frustration. I'm not sure, like nobody is talking to anybody on their bench. There's not a word being said. Like, I'm just looking for it. There's nothing, and they're just very frustrated right now. And in the end, if you're frustrated, you're not going to make shots. You have to feel good to make your shots.
It's a tough situation for the Owls, but
hopefully they can just take it as a learning experience today. It's so early on in the season.
They've got their pride. They're going to play out these last 10 minutes, and I'm sure if you're head coach Harry Parmar, he's going to say, hey, boys, let's win this last 10. Unfortunately, they're going to start with a travel turnover. So it will be Western Canada ball. Luke Major looking for options. Itika. Akinkunmi called for a push here. So it should be 4 fouls on him now.
Could be a problem for Akinkunmi going forward in the year. You don't want to be in foul trouble every game. There's been some pretty ticky-tacky ones that he's taken away from the ball today.
Especially what he brings both offensively and defensively, just sheer athleticism. Seen him with a huge dunk and a massive block. 3 is taken and just rattling out there from Bram.
Yeah, and I think saying someone's in foul trouble with it being such a concern can actually be a compliment, because if there's a bad player in foul trouble that's just going to sit on the bench anyways, you don't care. Akinkunmi, though, is so good, you really want his impact on the floor all the time.
Jonah Millard there just did the slide shuffle as he was trying to get that shot off, called for traveling. Bit of a stop-start momentum here to this fourth quarter. A little bounce pass there and a nifty dribble, and it will drop for Bram.
Bram with the good look inside. Hope the Owls can make some adjustments to bring the game a little closer here in the fourth quarter.
Smith driving, just leans it up, and Jonah Millard is going to go to the line. He had number 13, Bram, going for a piggyback ride here.
The Redhawks, you can tell they're a veteran team. They just don't panic underneath there. Millard with the shot fake gets the defender to jump. That's something that you'll see from a veteran presence. When there's a younger guy in, they'll sometimes just go right back up with it because they feel they need to score, and their best chances right now. But a veteran might kick the ball back out. He might do a shot fake or two. It's a very smart basketball play there from Millard, just to be patient, wait for the defender to go up and draw the foul. Otherwise, you're just going to get a contested shot up.
7 of the 8 grade 12 players are back on this team from last year. It's a team that won the city championship down in Calgary, and we know how good hoops are down south, so it's never an easy task. That shot is missed from Lalonde. Offensive rebound was gathered by Bram, and it goes off a Red Hawk foot and out for Owls possession. 13 on the clock.
For the Owls, hopefully they can just get some good looks here. Some good looks, see the ball go through the hoop a couple times, so the bus ride back to Kelowna isn't quite as long.
Gill with a three-pointer that's just off the mark there. Smith rebounds, heads the other way. Kicks it out for Itika. Little elbow jumper's not going to go. Nice rebound there from Bram, but he's unable to hold on to it. Did everything right, but just couldn't hold on to the ball in the end.
I don't think this game is all negatives necessarily for the Owls. If this was provincial finals and you're never going to play together again, it would suck a lot more. You know, this is a championship game, and it can't feel good, but at the same time, it's still early on in the season for the Owls as the ball goes off the back of Ethan Brom there. You're still early on in the season, and this can be a learning experience this early on. Now you know where your team's weaknesses are. And from now on, early in the season, you can make those adjustments. Some of the better teams that win every game early, when they come up against tougher competition later in the year, they don't know what they're bad at. They've been beating teams so handily all year. So Owls with a chance to maybe make some adjustments going forward, and I see a lot of room for growth. They don't feel outmatched. today.
No, they don't. The shots just aren't going for whatever reason. Ethan Bram made one. There's a big block by Bram, who's been real good last couple of possessions, battling for rebounds. Akinkunmi comes up with it, though, and just gets a finger roll in. Kelowna, of course, one of the 4A schools in British Columbia. Their provincials aren't until March, so lots of time to right the ship. They'll take a Christmas break here, come back in the new year, and make those adjustments you were talking about.
I think the majority of the adjustments today actually would have to come on defense. They have been getting open looks on offense, and I hate to say moral victory, but when you can get open looks and not make them, that was almost an over and back there. Whistle not going their way either.
Smith up top gets a screen. He drives in, just off the mark, rebounded by Kelowna, and then Smith comes to just try to rip that ball away, and he does win it for Western Canada.
Good hustle from Western Canada. It's nice to see a team not letting up on either side, really. Good play. Expect the Redhawks, they just sent the message. They're going to play hard right to the finish here.
Akinkunmi tried to spin and put that one up. Itika now. That one will circumnavigate the rim before finally dropping. Lots of size and strength out there with both Itika and Akinkunmi for Western Canada, and they just muscle their way. Bully ball down low. Speaking of, Akinkunmi and one.
Akinkunmi is so strong. You see here the slower spin, and foul just not quite hard enough. It would be hard to foul Akinkunmi hard enough to make sure he doesn't get the shot up.
6'6", grade 12 player. There's just, unfortunately for Kelowna, just nobody who really has the size to match.
Well, and in high school too, a lot of the 6'6", 6'7" guys, they haven't had time to fill out their body yet, so they end up being pretty lanky and they can be a little weaker. That is not the case on the Redhawks team. These are very filled out. You can tell they've put some time in the weight room.
Nice little floater there from Ethan Bram. Like I said, Ethan Bram for Kelowna having a nice little game, particularly here in quarter number 4. 86-55, Western Canada in front. Shirley now on their way to a sweep of the senior categories here. They also won one of the junior tournaments as well, Western Canada. So strong basketball program down in Calgary.
Whole program looks like it's going to be a force to reckon with come provincial and later tournament time.
Again, lots of subs being made by both teams here as Kelowna will take this one from the side. Connor Dojon will be the one to inbound the ball. 5:55 to play. Pass is thrown away. Akinkunmi now driving, dishes off. Little layup there, nicely played. Luke Major gets the bucket.
Luke Major has been sneaky good today. He hasn't really messed anything up. You haven't seen him as much as some of the other guys, but he's been so good, able to just get some teammates open. That is a hard foul.
Taken by Logan Cam. Kind of got tangled up there with Akinkunmi.
We'll see. I don't know if there was necessarily anything malicious about it.
No,
that is just a collision.
Yeah, Akinkunmi's just trying to split two defenders. Cam still trying to get back on defense, and good for Akinkunmi too, not to respond to anything if he thought there was anything there, which I don't think he did, but he didn't respond at all. So, especially with 4 fouls, doesn't want to have to leave the game prematurely. Dundee Wang, number 7 for the Redhawks, dishes off to Allison. Now Akinkunmi just muscling over his man. They're going to call an offensive foul. Good charge taken there by Connor Dojon.
Yeah, great play there by Dojon, setting his feet, shoulder planted into him, a good call. You can see what Akinkunmi was trying to do coming out of the foul. Don't respond after the whistle, respond on the court. He'll sub out now. Could be the last time. Oh, he probably fouled out there.
Fouled out, yep, 5th personal foul. Bram stops and pivots. Dishes off to Royston, now it's in the corner with Bram again. Just off the mark that time and rebounded by Allison. Playing it quickly ahead. Ball's tapped out. It's going to stay with Western Canada. 5 minutes left to go.
Kelowna actually had a bit of an open look earlier on in their last possession. They chose to drive. Not saying it was the wrong choice, but in a game where shots are falling more, those are shots they'll probably take and make. I do see some good signs, especially on offense, from this Kelowna team. They've been getting open looks. They're very unselfish. There's no hero ball being played on this team at all. There's no just give it to me, I'm going to ISO and try to break down my defender and then break his ankles. None of that. It's just great team basketball. A lot of open shots today.
When I think Harry Parmar again will just look at this tape, be like, you know what? Shots just didn't go today. Whatever. Forget about it. Move on to the next one. Surely next game they'll fall.
If you're the Red Hawks, this is a big statement win. I would be sending this tape to all my rival schools in Calgary saying, hey, you better bring your best, because we are the best. Right now they're looking like the best. They're playing like it. Shortly they'll be named the best in this tournament.
Ugoji had to take a late shot clock 3 and didn't hit anything, so turnover. Yeah, this Red Hawks team looks like someone to look for when it gets down to provincial time. And in the Calgary City tournament as well. There's a nice pass, and unfortunately for Cam, he just couldn't get it to go.
Might have been some contact there. I like the refs putting their whistles away now, though. Game in balance, or game is over pretty much, so as long as there's nothing egregious or flagrant, just put the whistles away.
Ugoji, corner 3, got it. Cash, Ugoji is cash money right now. Here's Cam. Kicks it out. That one from Royston is good. Liam Royston is on the board.
Good look there from Royston, the 5'10 guard. Grade 12er, senior from Kelowna Secondary.
And a good steal there from Royston. Starting the fast break the other way. A little bit of trouble there. Kicks it out. Bram for 3. Just bouncing up. It just will not go in from outside for the Owls for the most part.
It's just one of those games.
Yeah, like we said, I think you just take this tape, you throw it out, because it seems unlikely that something like this would happen again. I mean, like you said, you look at what they put up in the first couple games, 104 points and 91 points, and they're on 58. And yes, Western Canada is playing really good defense, not allowing any second chance opportunities, but at the same time, shots just are not falling for Kelowna.
No, it kind of reminds me of when the Rockets, I think they were playing the Warriors and they went 0 for 27 straight or something. In the end, Daryl Morey and Mike D'Antoni came out and said, we were getting open shots, so we just didn't make them. And so there's not many negatives to take away on the offensive end.
Ugoji just driving hard here. And just slight movement of the one leg there is going to be called for a blocking foul, and Ugoji goes to the line. That one they could have easily called the other way too.
Yeah, I'll just be quiet.
Ugoji goes 1 for 2 from the line. Cam double team there. Managed to find a teammate, but coming over to play defense is Ugoji. Western Canada in possession right now. Ugoji looking for an option. Dumps it down to Liam Clark. Little spin inside, couldn't go. But following up there is Kai Dalen.
Great job there from Kai Dalen, able to box out the defensive rebounder, get inside position. They've scored so much like that today.
And Bram's going to get a shooter's bounce there, and well, if someone deserves it, it's probably him. He's been very good.
Yes, he's played a good game. and they've had so many of those rim out today. It's kind of heartwarming to finally see one go down.
Dundee Wang trying to spin away here. Dalen, little step to open up some room. Couldn't get the shot up because he was fouled. So Kai Dalen will go to the line for 2.
See here, Dalen just splitting the defense. Good call there.
Good patient offense from Dalen. Pull up, suck the defense in, force him into a foul. Both teams will be shooting shots from here on out as well. Three taken there from Royston, off the mark. Ugoji gathers. Bothered there by Ibbotson. And Ugoji's going to throw it away. Good defense by Kelowna. Cam trying to go all the way to the rim. Gets fouled. Logan Cam goes to the line.
Credit the Owls here playing hard until the final buzzer. Logan Cam not shying away from the contact down low after the good defensive possession from the Owls.
We talked about a learning experience a bit for this Kelowna team, and I think that's exactly what it is. I'm not sure if they see a lot of teams in similar height to Western Canada out in BC, but if they do, this will be a fantastic way for them to figure out how to deal with teams like that.
Yeah, next time they see a team with 4 guys standing at 6'7", not literally, but they're pretty close on the Red Hawks, they'll have a better game plan probably of what to do, or sometimes it's not even game plan. Sometimes it's just you don't quite have the feel for it. Sometimes playing in an away gym doesn't help either.
63 seconds left in this contest. I think really the only thing left to determine is if Western Canada is going to hit the century mark here. Clock running down on Wang, just spinning, throwing it up. Owls coming away with it here. And just losing the handle on his way up there was Royston.
Defense all over Royston. You can see 2 coming back in transition. It was Johnny Brown and Cash Ugoji.
Just lost the handle on the way up.
Yeah, not tipped or anything, but it kind of works as a block when you put that much pressure on the shooter in fast break like that.
You can hear the footsteps coming. Pulse gets a little quicker. Wang up top. Gets it to Dalen.
I like that defense there along the perimeter. I actually thought that the Red Hawks pushed off.
Quick double comes. Wang able to escape it. Tried to dish it down low to Clark and wound up bouncing to Brown. Battling down low, and he gets caught up. It'll be a jump ball, and this is Owls' possession.
20 seconds left. Sometimes they'll dribble it out. I would expect them to try and get a good look. They do.
Just not going to go. Kai Dalen grabs a rebound. He'll get over the timeline, and then he'll just dribble it out. So the Western Canada Red Hawks complete the sweep on the senior division side. Red Hawks defeat Kelowna Secondary 95-62 to win the 38th annual REB Invitational Tournament, and the first time on the men's side that Western Canada claims the title.
First time this tournament has been won by a team in Alberta for years. You had the number, what was it, 2003? Wow, that is amazing. A great accomplishment for this team from Calgary. Made all those 3 hours here and back well worth it. Congratulations to all of them. They played so well today. They deserve this 100%.
They were outstanding. Stick around. We're going to have trophy and medal presentations as well as a couple post-game interviews coming up in just a few moments here as the 2 teams will line up for the awards ceremony.
Good weekend for the Red Hawks too.
Yeah, senior boys, senior girls, and then one of the junior titles. I only saw it briefly on the tournament bracket on the way in. I'm not sure if it was the boys or the girls, but they won one of the junior titles as well, so very impressive Western Canada.
Yeah, this is when the junior teams and the senior teams start winning. That's where it gets really scary for other schools, because you know that there's no relief when these grade 12s leave the team from the Red Hawks, because then the grade 10s come up and the grade 11s that may be on the junior team are going to come up and be leaders on this team next year. This is a veteran team. We've seen some grade 11s making a big impact today on the Red Hawks, though.
They will be a force to be reckoned with come March, that is for sure. I think we're just tallying up the final votes to see who the MVPs are, voted on by the coaches from both the teams. Tournament organizers just getting those awards. See, the Western Canada girls team, or what's left of them, are still here as well, ready to celebrate with their male compatriots. And there is that trophy. It's the two-hander. That one stays here, though, and they get the one with the basketball on it. Unfortunately, they only get to have that one here for pictures.
It's quite something to look at, though. It's a very nice pair of trophies. Haven't gotten to see the gold medals yet.
All right, first off, we're going to go Tournament All-Stars.
Tournament All-Stars being named. Malcolm Gregor named as a Tournament All-Star for Kelowna. He was very good. The shot just not there today. He's got that quick trigger, and he's got the range, too. He hit some wild threes. Matthias Allison, a little bit quiet today, but a good tournament for number 6 from Kelowna. And the MVP is number 11, Aiden Smith.
Tough to argue that one. He was so good on offense and very good on defense as well. He's a 6'5" guard, so much length, able to get in every single passing lane. And for a 6'5" guy, he sure does dribble the ball well.
Got some nice handles, that is for sure. So now we will hand out the medals to the Kelowna Secondary Owls, the silver medals. Number 4 is Malcolm Gregor. Number 5, Braden White. Number 6 is Hunter Simpson. 7, Connor Dojon. Number 8, Jaden Lalonde. Number 9 is Liam Royston. There he is, shaking hands, getting the medal around his neck. Jonathan Houghton. Number 10, Ajay Gill. Number 11. Number 12 is Logan Cam. Number 13, Ethan Bram. Really liked Ethan Bram in this game. No quit from him at all. Number 14, Tay Parmar. Number 15, Rylan Ibbotson. Number 23, Jared Taylor. Head coach is Harry Parmar. The assistants, Brad Hauser and Jeremy Forrester for the Kelowna Secondary Owls. We'll go back to BC. We wish them all the best in the rest of their season as they look for a British Columbia 4A high school title.
In the end, they went 2-1 this weekend, right?
Not too bad.
They went with the winning record, and they end up being the second place team out of 12 teams.
There's only one team that can win every single one of their games. So, and here comes the second place trophy. And there's one of the captains gathering it, and he's in street clothes, so maybe Kelowna also missing a big player that we don't quite know about. Here's the champions, the Western Canada Red Hawks out of Calgary, Alberta, getting their medals now. We'll go in numerical order. They're kind of all scrambled all over the place here. Number 5, Kai Dalen. Number 6, T.S. Allison, the All-Star. Number 7, Dundee Wang. Number 8, Johnny Brown. Number 9 is Luke Major. Number 10, Ben Blake. Number 11, the tournament MVP, Aidan Smith. Number 12, Jonah Millard. Number 13, Toby Akinkunmi. He was fun to watch when he was on the floor. Number 14, Sohail Somanani. Number 15, Brandon Itika. Number 22, Kashu Goji. And number 23, Liam Clark. Head coach is Steve Wiebe. The assistant, Tyler Hind. Managers are Aubrey Tingle and Emma Moma. Very, very good Western Canada team, and I don't know how many other schools from around the province are watching this, hoping to scout a little bit. But
yeah, we've seen some really good Alberta basketball early on in this season from the women's and the men's brackets in the tournaments we've done, Grace, and it's very encouraging to watch.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And now, time to lift that trophy, Akin Kunmi. I said it was a two-hander, but he's a big kid, so he can hold it up with just one player. Congratulations once again to the Western Canada Redhawks. Hoist that trophy, fellas. Enjoy it. First men's title in this tournament for that particular program. Now it's picture time. They'll head over to take that commemorative photo, something that you can look back on in 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now and say, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I remember I hit this shot. And I said, what's the saying? The older you get, the better you were?
Yeah. Ask me about my baseball career.
Yeah. Same with my hockey career. Yeah, I know. We are going to get a couple of interviews as well once all the pictures have been taken. Rob Zitlau is ready to go down there. Just waiting for parents and all the photographers to get some photos. Good tournament here from Western Canada.
A lot of depth was shown today too. Even when they did take out most of their starters, they were able to keep the foot on the gas pedal. It's so encouraging when you see that, because you never know, and I hate to say it, but you never know when the injury bug might hit your team or foul trouble might go against a couple of your star players. So it's nice to see it's nice to know that you have guys that can step in off the bench and play a major role.
We're going to speak with Aiden Smith here in just a second. Once he gets the headset and the microphone. Aiden, you got us down there, buddy.
Yeah, I got you guys.
Aidan Smith, first of all, congratulations on the gold medal and being named tournament MVP. Just your overall thoughts on today's game.
You know, I mean, it's fun to get to play different teams from different places. These Kelowna guys, man, like they shot a whole bunch of three-pointers today. They play a different brand of basketball that we're not used to, so you know, it's really nice. And that's honestly what this tournament's all about, you know, playing different teams from different places. We got to play a team from the United States of America. That was awesome. There was a team here from Hamilton, so you know, it's just a whole lot of fun to be out here.
Yeah, Aiden, you had a great impact on this game today. Obviously, you're a grade 12 guy. Something that really stuck out to me was you're a 6'5" guard.
Yeah.
So that looked to be a problem for any opposition coming up. How much of an impact are you looking to make on this team this year?
I mean, you know, as a bigger guy, there's some limitations, you know, having to guard smaller guys. But on the other end of that, you get to impose your will as a bigger guy against some smaller guys. You got longer arms. You can get in passing lanes. You can finish. You can rebound. Different kind of things. So it's a real asset to this team, and I'm proud of it, I guess.
Aiden, one of the things we talked about throughout the broadcast is the depth of your team. You guys could go 7, 8, 9 guys deep off your bench. How important is that going to be as you guys look to win a provincial title later on this year?
Yeah, you know, coach is always talking about team first mentality. You know, next guy up, and every single guy on our team gets a chance to prove themselves and play, and it's just a great group of guys that are all 13 of us are willing to go out there and give it 100%.
Aiden, congratulations on the victory. Safe trip down to Calgary. Best of luck going forward.
Thank you very much, guys.
There you go, Aidan Smith joining us here on the post-game show. Now we're going to get the head coach, Steve Wiebe. He's racing in quick.
I'm here.
Steve, you got us down there. Perfect. Steve, first of all, again, congratulations on the victory. Lopsided score. I don't think it was quite the final you were probably expecting. Kelowna may be a little bit cold, but you guys were able to do a lot of good things defensively, weren't you?
Yeah, you know what? We knew they were a great shooting team, and they looked to press the pace, and they get shots up quick. And so we had to get back in transition. That was our game plan. Get in their face and lead them to the rim where we have shot blockers. So our guys executed well for the most part, and it did look like Kelowna was a bit cold. They're better shooters than that. We know they are. So we just ended up getting lucky on that one.
Coach, you guys almost played a perfect game. It looked like nearly a perfect game from up here today. How do you take this momentum back home to Calgary as you guys, I mean, I'm just going to say, you guys look like you're provincial champion caliber this year.
Well, you know, it doesn't look like a perfect game from where I'm sitting. So there's always things that you can improve upon. And you know what? Our guys believe in each other, and they want a city championship. They want a provincial championship. That takes hard work, it takes effort, it takes luck, it takes, you know, staying free from injuries. But our guys believe, and there's a lot of tough competition back in Calgary. Lacombe is great, Churchill's great, McNally is always great, and we know we've got work ahead of us. So our guys are filled with momentum, but they know we've got work to do. So we're going to go back and get back to work as soon as we get back home at 2 a.m. tonight.
What does being the defending Calgary City champs do for your club, both in terms of confidence and maybe in terms of you guys are the ones that everyone's going after? You're going to get the best from all those other schools you mentioned.
Yeah, 100%. And right now, a lot of teams are talking about us. But we've been there before. We've got 7 returners who know what it takes, and they've been in those big situations. Last year we beat McNally in a tough game in the city final, and we've got guys that have been there. They're good under pressure. And yeah, we have a target on our back, but that suits us just fine. I think our guys are ready for the challenge.
Coach, congratulations. Safe trip back to Calgary. Best of luck going forward the rest of the way.
Thank you so much.
There you go. Head coach Steve Wiebe joining us here post-game, and well, that wraps things up. The 38th annual REB Invitational is done. That's it. Connor, maybe just a quick thought on the tournament as a whole. We saw 2 real good games here. Western Canada winning both the senior men's and senior girls titles.
Yeah, we only got to commentate a couple games in the finals. It was such a pleasure to do so today. It's actually my first time in this school. It's a beautiful school. I got to say, it feels a little bit like a college campus, and we've seen a couple of good basketball games today. And we looked on the tournament bracket, and there was a lot more other very close games, so I could only imagine the basketball that was being played all throughout. But for my, I guess, introduction to this tournament, it sure looks like a fun one, and I hope to do more in the future.
Connor, thank you so much for your work here today. The final score, 95-62. Congratulations to the Western Canada Red Hawks on their championship. I'd also like to thank cameraman Dave Foley, always does such a great job. Alex Testowich, quick on the replays, the switcher, and Rob Zitlau, our director and interview wrangler as well. I'm Grayson Knutson. Thanks for watching the 38th annual REB Invitational Basketball Tournament from Jasper Place High School. Good night from Edmonton.